Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Express Frame. Not only are these folks the best in East Tennessee for framing, but they also sell works of art by local artists, prints from national artists, all kinds of great landscapes, cityscapes, terrific artwork that they sell at Express Frame. And they have a new setup. They've got a booth at the Painted Tree Boutiques, which is now on Kingston Pike, so you can check them out for framing and for purchasing artwork at Express Frame at the Common Shopping Center on North Peters Road, or you can visit them on Kingston Pike at the Painted Tree. They have a booth set up there as well. Express Frame, expressframe.net to learn more. Okay, time for our Beat the House segment. Before we get to the standings, let me remind everybody of our rules. Let's go ahead and put those up there for the folks to see. First of all, Chucky C-Note picks the winner and the spread, and then this year he also picks an over-under in total points for us. Panelists, right now, they can wager either $100 versus the spread, or if they want to play it safe, they can wager $50 versus that over-under total points. After week 5, I take the governor off, and everybody can wager whatever the heck they want. I'm just trying to keep everybody alive at the moment. Let's take a look at the standings and where we are right now. All right. Bob and myself are still in first place. That won't last long. We're at $650. You see, what we did this past week, we're plus 50 because we took the over. It was 52.5. Daniel was the only $100 winner. He took the Vols to cover that 45.5 point spread. Josh, Sterling, and Will all gained $50. Hey, this is the first time we've been doing this 1,000 years on the show in different variations, our pick segment. I think it's the only time ever Jimmy's been the only guy to get it wrong. And it was tight because Chuck set the over-under so well. I was texting you late. I need 4 more points.
And I ignored it.
You ignored it, didn't you? You ignored it. I wasn't rubbing that in at all.
I'm trying to get y'all overconfident.
All right. So that's the standings. Let's go over to Chucky C-Note at the casino. You can see it's a nice casino behind there. If you look closely, there are people in there. It looks a lot like Circa in Las Vegas, but it's not. It's the Chucky C-Note.
That's what Daniel was asking me a while ago.
Very quick, Chuck. Get about a minute here.
One thing we haven't mentioned, I guess we should real quick, is at least it's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Maybe that's better than 3:30.
Not for me.
Yeah, I know, not for you, but who knows? Well, I think we all agree, that Florida is the favorite, correct? I mean, it's going to take a really good effort to go down there and win. I think you could see this spread all over the game. I could see it anywhere from like 14.5 to like 18.5. I'm going to give you guys something to thinking about. I'm going to say Florida by 17.5. And jump on in on the on the line here. You don't have to just play the total. The total's even tougher to set. Like we said, these really aren't available. I'm probably going to go with like 57.5 on the total.
Okay, there we go. Daniel, where are you going? You can either bet Tennessee, bet Florida, or you can bet the over-under.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
$100 on the Vols to cover 17.5. Homer. But you'll be looking good next week if you're right, though. Josh.
Well, the back door was open last year for the Vols in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can crack it open again. I'll take the Vols plus the points.
Josh plus 17. Well, Daniel, suddenly you won't look so good if you win because you won't be alone. Let's see who all jumps on the Vols here. Willie Raincloud, you taking the Volunteers plus 17.5?
No. I wouldn't do that in a heartbeat. I mean, I would actually, I'm going to take the under on the total points.
Okay. He's taking the under on, which is 57.5. Sterling.
Hey, man, look here. It's the reason why you play the games, right? You play the game. Tennessee plus 3. That's how Pearl sees.
Oh, you see it as a victory. Okay.
Tennessee's going to win, brother.
All right. So he's taking Tennessee plus 17.5.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy.
Pass. I'll go over.
He's taking over on 57.5. All right, that leaves me. Darn it. I'm going to take Florida 17.5. Full 100. I'm leading. I might as well just waste it. I'm going to lose that lead anyway. I might as well lose it early. So I'll take the Gators minus 17.5. Sterling, you wanted to mention somebody that had sat around through 3 different coaches this past few years that had a good play yesterday.
It deserves some recognition. Solon Page III. This gentleman has been here with this program, stayed with the attitude, stay your play. Been through 3 coaches, 6-year senior. Got a pick 6 yesterday. First in a long time that counted in Neyland Stadium. Salute, Solon Page III.
Very good. And Will just reminded me I needed to have this. We also want to mention the passing of Paris Harrelson.
Right.
Paris Harrelson, the former Vol, who died surprisingly very young this week, had been working in the NFL with the 49ers and other teams. Well, I'm trying to think, would anybody, would you have been a teammate? Nope, he was gone before you got here.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, Sterling, you knew him because you're always with the
him well,
program.
and helped recruit him.
Did you know him well?
I didn't know him well, but I knew him, and he was a good guy. And
Great
it's a
guy.
sad thing to see this, and we hope his family, praying for his family, keep him in our thoughts.
Absolutely. All right, last words here. We got about 30 seconds. If Tennessee wins, how do they do it? Turnovers?
Deep balls.
Deep balls.
All of a sudden, that stat evens out. Instead of being
Yeah.
like 0 for 5
You're
or
8
6.
for 8.
Like I said, you've got to get up in the third and fourth quarter by a number of touchdowns, because if Florida's in the game where they can just run it and pound it, I feel like they'll be able to come back and beat you at the end. So you've got to jump out quick, and you got to keep that until about midway through the third quarter and be making them get in a passing game, and Emory have to beat you.
Very good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks to you. Thanks to all our sponsors. Get out and see them this week. See you next Sunday.